Today we're talking about Cyberlux, ticker CYBL and ILUS, along with their plans to rebuild their stock price in 2022. Over the past 3 months, per this MarketWatch screenshot, ILUS is down 15% and CYBL is down 48%. Today, we're going to talk about ILUS and CYBL's plans to recover and if they could still be big money makers in 2022. But first, remember that OTC stocks are highly risky, so I only invest money in OTCs that I can afford to lose. High risk versus high potential reward. And remember, this is not financial advice, but for entertainment only. Hi, investing friends, this is Lynn, and welcome back. So let's go and review today's hot stocks. But first, if you could give this video a thumbs up in return for my efforts analyzing these stocks, it would be greatly appreciated. And while you're at it, subscribe. ILUS did just release an update regarding their roadmap for 2022, and what an impressive plan it is. Now I'll take you through the highlights of this roadmap video. In December 2021, ILUS announced a potential Asian acquisition and launch of Maxi A1 firefighting nozzle. Here is their 2022 roadmap. They're heading toward a NASDAQ uplisting. They have completed a number of acquisitions. Their European Phase 1 launch will happen, and also they plan to establish the UK and Florida sites. They will form an emergency software partnership. They will be opening a new U.S. headquarters. A renewable tech asset will be announced. And also ILUS will be holding their first shareholder meeting. They have plans, which will be announced further, about Asia and California sites. And also a European Phase 2 acquisition. They'll complete their first software tech acquisition. And announce U.S. distributors. They'll announce $100 million plus revenue acquisition. Finally, as I mentioned, they'll be getting ILUS to the NASDAQ uplisting. I certainly hope they achieve this goal. ILUS is expanding their global footprint to deliver more innovative technology to heroic first responders worldwide. They are making a difference protecting our communities and saving lives. To review ILUS' full roadmap for planned acquisitions, see my ILUS video titled ILUS could 10x when the 3rd of December 21 acquisitions are revealed. I will provide a link to this former video at the end of this one. Per this ILUS stock chart that reflects 1 day for each candlestick, the stock made a reversal to move upward on January 13th. This probably had to do with this tweet that released the next day. Regarding the acquisition progress on January 14th, ILUS tweeted, "We have received confirmation from our next acquisition that the signed completion documents can be expected soon. This and more to be announced through the wires next week." This 6-month stock chart with daily candlesticks shows ILUS bucking the stock market trend despite the current steep market pullback. This is fantastic to see, especially for all of us ILUS shareholders. Fortunately, the security details for both ILUS and CYBL showed little change for outstanding shares or float for either company since October, which is good news. No more significant current dilution. Next, I'm going to take you through highlights of a recent Cyberlux video announcing a new partner addressing stock dilution fears and their guidance for 2022.
Good afternoon, CYBL community. I'm happy to report that over the last 24 hours, our acquisition team came to conclusion with agreements, and we'll be announcing a new platform partner and the acquisition of a very, very fine set of people and technology. Before the end of the month, we'll be able to give some details on that, so I look forward to sharing more on that. One thing I did want to address directly, and it seems to have been a pervasive issue in the community, is watching the share expansion that we've had over the last few months. And I would just say this is the metric that we use and what we are guiding ourselves by as we go forward with activity this year and the activity last year. When we go back and look at the share expansion from the middle of the year, last year, June, ending quarter going forward, really when we started to accelerate with Operation Alpha and started to put the platform growth strategy in place, for every 100 million shares of dilution expansion, as I call it, the business has generated $20 million of revenue that we'll see materialize over the next 24 months. I mean, we've raised our 2021 guidance and our outlook for 2022 already. So I think the strategy is working the way we intended. I do want to also acknowledge that all four of our business units are really off to a fast start with the plans. Again, I will refer to the roadmap for your evaluation of that. And then, there are some very key activities going on this month too, just to highlight that. We'll have some key things happening in Miami this month with infrastructure. We've got some additional activities going on in South America, which we'll talk through as available. And then we'll be back in New York in a couple weeks to have some further discussions there. Like I said, we'll be highlighting all of that as we can and as we are making some decisions. But the business is in great shape. We really appreciate all your support, and our plan for 2022 is off to a fast start.
CYBL cut this press release on January 19th, announcing that they beat revenue guidance by 17% for 2021. The company also surpassed the prior revenue guidance given in June by 48%, from $5.2 million to $7.7 million, per this Daily Candlestick 6-month chart. Unfortunately, as this news was released on a big market down day, the CYBL stock still pulled back, ending the day at 2 cents per share from a high of 6.31 cents in August. I always love hearing from you, so please let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are about these two stocks and about any other stocks that you would like me to review. Also, remember to sign up for our newsletter so that you can be notified before videos like this come out. Now, go here to check out the videos in our playlist, Making Millions with Penny Stocks.